Welcome everyone to my Halloween deck reviews. Excuse me, that was just my inner soul trying to escape. As promised, I do have some deck reviews, all Halloween type decks, 10 of them to be exact, and there goes my camera. And I do have a quick contest update. I have so many great entries to my contest that I'm going to be adding an additional prize or prizes. I'm not going to be giving away prizes to the top 5 videos as judged by myself, Schwarzenegger Magic, and another judge, TechnoHack7. I believe that's his name. And I'll have those results for you by next Sunday. I will bring you the results. And as a result, the giveaway package prizes are gonna be changed just a little bit. I'm only gonna have 4 decks in the 2 first giveaway packages that I've given, as opposed to 5 decks each. And that is just to add a couple of decks to my other prizes. And it looks like my 4th place prize in the contest is going to be both the full tilt deck and the white lines, as opposed to one or the other. And 5th place is probably going to be a full tilt or 2, I'm not even sure yet, or a full tilt and some other deck. And then there's going to be one more prize, a 6th prize. It's going to be randomly given to one of the other contestants who is not a winner, just by a random draw, and that is yet to be determined. Probably a full tilt, but I'm not sure. Anyways, I will fill you in exactly on what those prizes are going to be when I reveal the winners next week, if not sometime before then. Anyways, it's just something that I've recently decided that came up. I apologize for taking away a couple of decks from the giveaway, but I feel that those who participate in a contest deserve to earn something, or more opportunities to earn something, as opposed to those who subscribed. And that's just to be a little bit fair. Anyway, time for some deck reviews. What better way to start than the first 2 Karnival decks? The original Karnival deck and the Karnival Midnight deck. As you can see, they're very similar in boxes design. The Karnival deck says bicycle on top, Karnival, playing cards on the bottom. It was the original. You got a skeleton inside of what looks like a flaming spade pip. There's a skull and crossbones on the bottom, and what looks to be another spade pip right below the skull and crossbones. On this side, air custom finish made in USA, some blood spatter, more skulls and crossbones. If there's anything I've learned about Big Blind Media, who produces these decks, and Sam Hills, who does the artwork, it's that they got some kind of a weird fascination with skulls and crossbones and blood and death, because all of their decks basically look like this. Anyway, on this side it says the U.S. Playing Card Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. More skulls and crossbones, big surprise. On the top, it's actually completely blank, and there's a black seal. The bottom, it says bigblindmedia.com, graphics by Sam Hales of doseprod.com. Obviously, the Karnival Dose deck was named after his website, or him, after his website, doseprod. And then there's a barcode reveal, 7 of spades. And they all have barcode reveals, I believe. And then the back looks like this. You got skeletons with top hats. A lot of graphics like flames and stars. Blood splatter, I believe. There's a crow in this corner and this corner. And all sorts of interesting artwork, and of course the sun right in the middle. This one is very similar. Another skeleton in a flaming type Ace of Spades. There's bicycle on top, Karnival Midnight playing cards on the bottom. There's a sun here on the bottom as opposed to a skull, or a skull and crossbones actually. This side, Aircus and Finis, made in USA, more blood spatter and skulls. On this side, US Playing Card Company, Cincinnati, Ohio, and more skulls. Top, blank. Bottom, again, Big Blind Media, graphics by Sam Hills, and there is a jack of diamonds reveal in the barcode. Now I'm going to just put this on the side. We'll look at the Karnival deck to start. Again, we have trademark information on the flap, which is normal. It's a fairly standard deck of bicycles, except for custom back designs and custom jokers and ace of spades. You do get an ad card, Big Blind Media, Karnival deck, and in the back is just the back design, unlike some of your other ad cards like we'll see in a few minutes. Then there is also a double backer. The back design is pretty cool. With the skeletons and everything, lots of detail. Maybe a little bit too much going on, but that's that. The rest of the cards are basically standard bicycles, like a standard bicycle number cards and pips, standard bicycle court cards. Kind of disappointing. I mean, you'd think they would have come up with something better than that. Well, actually they did later on in some of the other decks, like the Deadeyes and the Dose. Here's one Joker. It's a skeleton, big surprise, with angel wings, and he's in a top hat, and it looks like he's kneeling or praying, and he's got blood splatter in the background. Definitely looks like he's kneeling. And there is one more Joker. Yeah, like I said, standard court cards and everything. And this Joker, same thing, except he's holding a Free of Hearts reveal in his hands. Hopefully you can see that pretty clearly. Then the Ace of Spades looks like just like the one on the front of the box, and it says US Playing Card Company on the bottom. Bicycle Karnival on top, and everything else is the same as the front of the box. It's a skeleton with a top hat on, and that's what you get. The cards handle pretty good. This is a standard bicycle actually. Spread nicely. Shuffle nicely. And they even dribble nicely. Overall, I've actually got a request to do some ratings on my decks. This deck is a pretty standard bicycle deck. I would say the rating for this deck would be hurt a little bit by the fact that there is non-customized court cards and standard number cards and everything. The only customization was the Ace of Spades and the Jokers, and the back design, of course, is custom. Also, my rating would have to be hurt by the fact that it is basically just a standard bicycle, stock and finish, and nothing special. It does handle good like any deck of bicycle cards. Probably if I was going to rate this, I'd probably give it overall maybe a 7 out of 10. We will say that. And it probably would be about the same for most of, if not all, of the Karnival decks that I will be reviewing. Anyway, that is the original Karnival deck. Let's have a quick look at the Karnival Midnight deck. Again, there's a black seal, in case I didn't mention it, because I don't think I did. Trademark information on the flap. We get a Big Blind Media ad card again. This one actually is different though. Instead of having the back design on the back, there is a skull with a crown on its head. And at the very bottom, I don't know if you can see that, it says, "You will choose the Queen of Hearts" on the bottom. So it's got a reveal. And all future ad cards in these Karnival decks are like that, as far as I can recall. The back design is essentially the same as the original deck, except that it's reversed colors. Black with white as opposed to white with black. And it looks a little bit cleaner and less detailed, or there's a little bit less going on in it, so it's a little bit nicer looking, because this one has all these rays of sunshine or whatever they are, and lots of blood splatter. You do got some rays of sunshine or whatever those are, those lines that you see along the sides here. You got some of those there, but they're hard to see, but they are there. But overall, basically the same back design, and you do get a double backer, which is always handy. I love double backers. Again, you get the same standard bicycle cards. Yay. You get the same jokers as the last deck, as far as I can tell, except he's not wearing a top hat. I think in the last one he was wearing a top hat. This one is not. Ace of Spades, again, is basically the same as the other one, except it says Karnival Midnight on the top, and instead of a skull and crossbones on the bottom, it's got a moon. I think I said when I was looking at the box that there was a sun, but it's actually a moon. But other than that, it's basically the same Ace of Spades. And then there's one more joker. Again, basically the same, except it's an 8 of clubs reveal in his hands as opposed to the 3 of hearts in the last deck. Other than that, it's basically a black version of the Karnival deck. Personally, I was disappointed by the fact that it's called the Midnight deck, and unlike, let's say, the other Midnight deck that I reviewed recently, it's not, like, I was a little bit disappointed because when you see the box, it's all black, and it's called the Midnight deck. Well, wouldn't it have been kind of nice if all the cards were black, just like the black ghost deck and other similar decks, as opposed to being just standard white cards like the first deck? It would have been nice, it would have been different, but basically it is just the same as the first deck, with a slight difference on the Ace of Spades and the jokers and the reversed back color. Again, I'd probably give it the same rating, a 7 out of 10, just because court cards and number cards are standard, which really hurts the whole theme of the skulls and crossbones type deck that they're going for, where it's just a standard court card, in my opinion. And also because they did not really do anything different from the original deck. It still handles good, it looks cool, but it would have been that much better with custom court cards. And also if they had made it all black, in my opinion, as opposed to white faces. Anyway, I've gone on long enough about these decks. That was my review on the first 2 Karnival decks. More Karnival deck reviews coming right up. See you next time.